Alright, I think we're live. Maybe. 6 waiting, we'll see. See if the YouTube overlords will grace us today. With no issues, we'll find out. Alright, real quick, as we've done at the beginning of every episode here, at the beginning of the month, we're just gonna get it out of the way here. Oops, there we go. Patron. Still early in the month, still a great time to sign up, guys. If you're looking to invest in yourself, if you're looking to become a better trader, if you think a mentor in your trading journey will help you, Patron is probably for you. Monthly membership, we're up to 97 patrons, only 3 to go to 100. That'll be a massive milestone. This is the most we've ever had, by far. Very exciting. Patron memberships come with one-on-one mentoring or crypto lessons, whatever you want to call them, with me. Regular, where they're blowing up, everybody's enjoying those. TA warm-ups like we did today. Patron exclusive posts with trade setups, technical analysis, macro market observations and analysis, all kinds of stuff. Really put in a ton of work here to make the Patron a great value, and I think I've been doing a good job. Hopefully feel free to ask any of the patrons, current ones, all 97 of them, if they think it's a good deal or if they think they're getting a good value out of it. My guess would be probably, considering the feedback's been great. So link is in the pinned post at the top of the chat. I'll also go ahead here and hit the button. Check it out. You can get a little preview, even if you're not a member. It'll show you a little preview of the post. See if that's something you're interested in, and man, 100 is so exciting. So don't wait, they do charge when you sign up and at the first of every month. So if you plan on signing up, don't wait till, I don't know, don't wait till the middle of the end of the month. Sign up as soon as you can to get the best value out of your membership for December. And the terms for that actually may be changing here in January. We're working on them, what we want to offer, how we want to offer it. So my advice would be, don't wait until 2021, because pretty much any change is going to mean that new memberships the cost will go up, but we'll see what happens. So there's that shill, got it out of the way. Yes, let's ride on 2 wheels. Exactly. Please, guys, new stream, smash that like button. Really been doing an awesome job. Really helps us get visibility for the stream when it has good engagement. So I would appreciate that. If you're new, tuning in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. Our membership, or our subscriptions are mooning, following Bitcoin. We've gained over almost 2,000 actually followers here on YouTube over the last month and a half. Very exciting to see all these new people and new faces. So join our fam, catch us. We're live every day here with very little exception. We're starting today a little later than usual. Today isn't that interesting of a day so far, so we'll see what we get into. Also, as well, make sure you get into Discord. It is the best way to keep up with our live streams. YouTube commonly will not notify our subscribers for whatever reason. Not going to speculate, but happens like more than it should. And if you're in Discord, best way to guarantee that you will know when we're live. We send out an alert for every stream, and that's where we chat after the streams. There's live 24/7 charts up there and chat, along with tons of educational resources, and it's free. Best value. Doesn't cost you a dime. So make sure that you hop into Discord so you can keep up with us and join the fam here. So alright, I think I got all the shilling out of the way. We're only 4 minutes in. Awesome. Probably lost 90% of viewers that would be tuning in here in the future watching this after 4 minutes of no real action. So let me pull up the chat. Today's episode probably going to be a little chiller than usual. Probably going to read chat a little more. If you've been paying attention to Bitcoin, well, you have dedication, because not much has been going on. We're really just seeing a series of lower highs and higher lows, whether we're painting out a flag here and who knows what shape we might be getting. Really not too much action. pretty consistently lower highs, higher lows, repeat. Eventually this will run out. We will have to make a decision here, whether that's up or down. We really don't have clarity. There's not a lot of signals either way. The 12-hour has been rather strange for some time now. Can get rid of a lot of this stuff we were doing earlier. Has been rather strange. We do have bearish divergence on the 12-hour that's been painting over and over and over again since October, yet we continue to put in new highs. Really, there's just very little clarity here. It's an uncertain time. We're right below the all-time high. In fact, setting a new all-time high here in December, in the first day of December. Very exciting, very exciting. And in typical Bitcoin fashion, gets us all riled up and now chills. You know, I say it all the time. Bitcoin's shy. When it gets too much attention, it tends to pull back. Not in a price sense, but pull back in the sense of it withdraws and it chills out. And it waits really, this sounds kind of crazy, tinfoil hat here, but seemingly likes to wait until people stop paying attention again, until it decides to make that next move. So that's likely what we're seeing here. Don't really have an indication of up or down, unfortunately. We have targets really in both directions, pretty clearly defined. But roll your dice, flip your coins, whatever it is, roll your magic 8 balls. There's very little to work with. We're not seeing any new divergence. Again, you know, I said 12-hour. We've had this same bearish divergence with lower highs for over a month, 2 months now. RSI, MACD, like really not giving us any clear signs this arrow up is out of context. So let's see, we did push towards that all-time high in November. And then we had what looks very much like a V-shaped recovery, bouncing off our weekly support, setting a new all-time high and a higher high locally here, and now nothing at all. Pretty easy to say, well, you know, it looks like we have a little flag. Sure, valid. However, I was saying this earlier, we had a pretty in-depth patron warm-up today, about an hour, and I was saying I don't think that we can see yet what the pattern is here. I think that we are going to see something emerge that's going to be more identifiable, but I don't think it's quite here. I think that it hasn't finished painting into really whatever shape or pattern or technical thing that it's going to do. It just feels like it's a puzzle missing a piece at this point. That's how I see it. We are coming off, let's see, 2 months-ish. Well, I guess technically we take it even from the beginning of September. You know, 95 days of pretty much just up. We can even zoom it out back farther and say, hey, actually that extends back from March. We really have pretty much just moved up with this small exception in August. 271 days of essentially moving up, sideways, up, sideways. One instance of sideways down, but we made a higher low, moved sideways, moved back up. Extreme buying interest here. We're seeing all kinds of news and you know, more mainstream than Bitcoin's ever been, of companies acquiring Bitcoin. Specifically, I like to reference Grayscale. Let's just take a look real quick here. Grayscale, if you're a patron, I keep you guys up to date all the time what Grayscale's doing from what I can see. And the pattern, I guess, trend, is that Grayscale seems to be acquiring roughly 2,000 Bitcoin a day. This has not changed as price has moved up. You know, as retail traders, we think, oh man, the price is higher. If we're solid traders, usually we're, I don't know, maybe less interested in buying. New traders probably FOMOing in, more interested. But Grayscale seemingly unaffected. Seemingly doesn't care what the price is. Man, seemingly unfazed. Their accumulation rate of roughly 2,000 Bitcoin a day seems totally with no regard to what the market price is. We see 24-hour change is 3.6 thousand Bitcoin. However, it is important to note they typically don't acquire over the weekend. So on Mondays, we do see them with rather larger accumulation days or 24-hour periods. But looking at the 7-day change at just about 15,000 and the 30-day change at 60,000, we can see that roughly 2,000 a day is holding pretty steady. Their portfolio now holding 10.5, so $10.5 billion worth of Bitcoin and 550,000 Bitcoin. Half of Satoshi. They're roughly half of Satoshi now. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. This is really the only thing I can attribute to why we haven't seen, that if we looked back at previous Bitcoin history, which we do all the time, here on this channel. It's the only real thing, only rational thing that we can point to as to why we haven't seen these typical pullbacks that we expect in a bull market. We see here, well, that was a little different kind of instance. Really no other explanation. It's either Grayscale, these companies, we have PayPal in the mix, we have Square. MicroStrategy, I guess, is doubling down now on their purchases as well. Something like that. I didn't read all the articles quite yet, but from what I've read, MicroStrategy acquiring more Bitcoin. This could possibly just be drying up the OTC supply, maybe buying direct from miners, clearly not buying on exchange. And while that doesn't have the instant gratification of market buys where we see price move, it does have an effect. And in my opinion, this is going to be a more long-term effect on the market. And what it's doing is removing coins that could be sold at market value from circulating supply. And in essence, what we would expect that to do is reduce selling pressure. That's what we're seeing. There really hasn't been selling pressure. Minus this blip in the end of November down to that weekly support, there's just been no buying or no selling. Sorry, no selling. That's a 16% retrace, or maybe close to 2016. That's not what we expect. When we look back at previous bull runs, we see much more intense pullbacks, much more selling periods, all the way down to 30, upwards of 40%. And man, where would that put us? 12,000, but we're not seeing it. That's my only explanation. The other possibility is we just haven't seen it yet, and we are going to get it. We have been saying in our projection that we were looking for 13.8. That's roughly 30% down from here. That's possible. We haven't seen any signs or interest of it at this point. So those are really the two answers I have is institutions, big players, etc. are buying up all of the new supply. Grayscale alone buying more than twice the daily minted or mined from the Coinbase reward of solving blocks. The Grayscale alone buying twice the amount generated daily. That's gonna have an impact on supply. Coming off of the halving from May, that has an impact on supply as well. So those are the two ways I see it. It's either institutions are gobbling this all up, and that's just deleting selling pressure, or we just haven't seen it yet. And there's literally no way to know until we get there. But so far things look great, man. You put in a new all-time high, and then you trade sideways underneath it. You really can't ask for more. It's beautiful. Beautiful setup. Okay. It's a beautiful setup. So speculate away. They're really the like I said, flip your coins, roll your dice, ask your magic 8-ball, because that's the best we have to go on at this point. It's wild, guys. It's wild. You spend 3 years watching everything just slowly bleed to death, and then out of nowhere, well, I guess we can't say out of nowhere, March of this year, all of a sudden it just seems that that pressure's gone. Bitcoin simply, you know, it's like training like in Dragon Ball Z or something, or Naruto, training all this time with all these weights attached to it, and seemingly in this sell-off in March, took those. Oh, that's the best scene. If you guys are anime fans, if you've ever seen the first season of Naruto with the Lee fight, Lee versus Gaara, and he takes the weights off and he drops them. That's like what that's kind of how I see this. It's just the weight is lifted, and now, yeah, it didn't fly up to a new all-time high instantly, but it just has a different tune about it. It's just floating on up like it like a balloon after it's cut its weight. You know, it's no longer being pulled down in the same way as we can see was very violent for years. It's exciting. It's exciting, and it's equally nerve-wracking, isn't it? It's funny how trading in Bitcoin and things work like this is you weather all this time and you're like, man, I hate the bear market. And then all of a sudden the market looks bullish, and then the second it does, your first thought is, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it. I want the bear market back. It's just funny the way that works, man. Because now I think the mindset really is, in the bear market, our portfolios, we're so used to seeing loss, the values are so low, that there's almost a comfort in it. It's like, well, this isn't really worth much, so I don't really have much to lose. And then Bitcoin goes up to 20,000, and all of a sudden it's like your portfolio explodes, and now you feel like, oh, I have so much, I have so much here, like I could lose so much. It's just a funny, like, mental thing we have. I'm sure some people don't experience it, but I would bet most people do. Is now that it's gone up, we feel as if we have more to lose. Man, our emotions are seriously in every direction, always fighting us. They're always just trying to get us to do the wrong thing. Like when it's going up, it's like we have more to lose. When it's going down, it's like it doesn't even matter. I don't know. It's just a funny observation that I've noticed over the years. So really, there's not a ton of TA to be done here. You guys know I love getting into it. I love just hours of charting and stuff, but there's just not that much going on. The daily is just putting in lower highs, higher lows, staying above the 20 moving average. That's a good sign. The weekly 20 is moving up as well. Weirdly enough, I'll let you guys in on this. One of the things today in our Patreon warm-up we discovered here is weirdly the daily seems to be finding support on the top of the weekly Bollinger Band. It's just a weird thing. Never seen anything like it. Never have heard anyone refer to the top or the bottom of a Bollinger Band really acting as support or resistance. At least in the other direction, you know, typically the top of the Bollinger Bands may be at a time where price is looking to correct downwards a little bit, if not to the middle of the band, and the bottom band usually finds some kind of support for a bounce, even if it doesn't make it to the middle of the band. But it's weird to see this. Like we can see it here. The top of the weekly Bollinger Band very clearly acting, at least so far, as support for the daily.
On the 15-minute double bottom, the 1H fighting resistance with slowing sell momentum and will put us above our insane level or the mass, and the triangle breaks up also 23k by Santa. Meme.
Oh, Rico, that was a mouthful. The 15-minute. So we'll start there, Sir Rico. Thank you for the 10 euros, my friend. Your donations are always so appreciated. I love you, brother. 15-minute double bottom. Let's start there. Are you looking at Coinbase? I don't see that double bottom. Well, let's continue. The 1 hour fighting resistance with slowing sell momentum. That we can look at easy. Yes, correcto. Either the selling momentum on the hour is slowing down on the MACD. That's good. Good sign. And it's translating into price here. We see green candles. Retook, okay, cool. We're talking about that in the patron thing too. Retook the 200 MA on the hourly. That's excellent. What else? And will put us above insane. Okay, so 23K by Santa. Rico's been saying for a long time. I would, buddy, just for you, I'd love that to be true. And we do, if you guys remember, if you've been following the channel, 23K is our measured move target in the event that we don't have that touch to 13K. We were looking at 23,850 maybe, something like that. So Rico, I will say you said that target long before that measure move existed. So you get the credit if it comes true. I'll give it to you. I would love it. And what you're referring to right here, I believe we did talk about this in the patron warm-up as well, and that was our likely target for price to head to in the short term. We do see on the hourly the 50, the 100, and the 200 very, very close together. This was actually where we placed it during the video we did before this for the patrons. Very close. We're almost there even already. Move above these averages would be great, to be honest. This would be a great price action to see. Move up above the 50 and the 100 here on the hourly. I would like a back test, so you don't always get it, but that could really set us up for a retest of one of these local highs, likely, I would say likely here in the 19.6 area. And what's exciting that Rico pointed out here is, I'm assuming, I'm reading into Rico's comment, what's exciting is a break above that level by itself is always pretty nice, but especially nice here because it also puts us back out of our little wedge. We already had what could be deemed the fake break here where we popped out of the wedge but were unable to hold it. And to see that play out, as Rico pointed out as we were looking at, that would be a second break of this and likely more valid. And in my opinion, would be looking to retest local high. Maybe this 19.6, of course, we can pick any of these highs. Can pick 19.9, no real way to know. But what we do know is if that 50 holds as support on a back test, that testing local highs is very probable at that point. I'm gonna just put these up. Sorry to blow up your speakers. I get terrible allergies every winter, and they're starting to kick in. It is freezing here. I was saying that in Discord earlier. I think it's time to start mining again. I typically use my computers to mine whatever every winter at a loss. Certainly at a loss. I'm not making profit, but your computer generates heat at virtually the same, if not exactly the same efficiency as an electric heater. And so while you're not really making a profit, or you definitely aren't making a profit on mining those coins, you are still getting something and paying the same amount for the same amount of heat. So if that's a concept you've never thought of, you're welcome to steal it. If it's cold where you are seasonally and you're paying for especially electric heat, why not mine some random coin? I think last winter I was mining Raven, and man, I probably was making 25 cents of Raven a month, something ridiculously small, but I was gonna be paying for that electricity to heat my house anyway, so I might as well get a few little random coins for doing it. And it's kind of a nice hobby, so double win. Now let's see. Wakar Koso, welcome. Thanks for subscribing, my friend. It's good to have you. Tillix 99, welcome, brother. And Q8 Warrior. There's some hard names today, but welcome, guys. Great to have you in our family. Thanks for tuning in. Wonder if that was just. No, I got that alert a while ago. Nothing important. Thanks for following, everybody. Let's see. I'm just gonna read the chat now, because at this point, you know, we did a really in-depth TA session earlier, and really my findings on that was not a lot going on. So let's see. What's up, everybody? Mining BTC, get it, Spawn. Mining Bitcoin very hard with a CPU. But again, like I said, if you live in a seasonally hot and cold area, and I have electric baseboard heat, which sucks anyway, you know, I might as well get a few cents of some coin or whatever, and heat my house for the same amount. It just makes sense. Trebchilla A, what's up, brother? It's good to have you back. Mr. Massey, whose name I got correct this time. Good evening, brother. Reddy, what's up, man? Good to have you. Astronaut Renee. Good evening, everybody. Mr. Famous Bulldogs, keep in mind I'm in my mom's basement. Okay. Sure. Can someone answer who's controlling the graph and Bitcoin? One-stop reviews. Well, I'm controlling the graph, but can't say I'm controlling Bitcoin, so I don't know. I don't really have an answer for who's that. Ultra Chaos Steve, what's up, brother? That's a new one. Deluxe Media, good to see you, man. Good to see Hi Karma, what's up, brother? Craig. And Michael Watts, happy birthday, you remembered. Thank you. Aw, Cherry Mash. You hate I didn't do Saturday, Sunday. Well, Sunday we do the one-on-ones, and our one-on-one schedule's packed. So no, we did not get to it. Yo, potatoes. How does one mine? We can chat about it. We can chat about it in the Discord then. It's easier than it would appear. It's just not profitable. That's the takeaway. Adam Schultz, can you set up mining totally free? Yeah, actually, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful when you download anything to do with crypto, of course. There's going to be 99, maybe 999 scams / phishing / malware to every one legit thing. So you have to be very, very careful and selective with where you go. But in general, yeah, man. Mining, the cost of mining is the hardware and the electricity. And in what I just described, you're already burning that electricity anyway at the same rate. And you're just using whatever hardware you have. You're not going to get a positive return. What I'm arguing is essentially the return is better than using a baseboard heater. It's kind of the thing. In the summer, it makes no sense. If it's hot where you are, that would make no sense, because now you're going to be paying to cool your house and you're heating it up. It's really only applicable if you're somewhere where it's cold and you're already paying for that heat anyway. Snake, I need a martini. I agree, buddy. You need a martini. Famous Bulldog. You seem obsessed with my mother. She's a great lady, so I can't blame you. She's a saint. Art Hunter, what's up, man? Energy Web is at a low. S3, dude. We actually were charting that out, and Energy Web. Well, I can't really recommend it. I don't know anything about it, and doesn't have a ton of history. It does look like maybe that pie support is working out, so that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Soren Botchman in all caps. BTC might drop today. Well, I mean, that's always true. If it doesn't get support for 3 days. Well, sure. But that reminds me of something. The 3-day. Here's this is a little cool. Probably a lot of people didn't realize this. I didn't realize this until Rico pointed it out to me. The 3-day candle currently in a bullish engulfed. However, does have a lower high and a wick on top. Though that wick, we can see that the top wicks are getting smaller consecutively in the last 3-day candles. But what's cool is that this 3-day candle closes in 50 minutes, closes with today's candle. And unless we see a sell-off to 18,775 or below, we're going to be closing at bullish engulfing. That's pretty cool. It's a good sign. We had one as well on November, the end of November. Didn't really translate out to much, but can't hate on a bullish engulfed candle on a time frame like that. That's solid. So 3-day does close today. A lot of people don't pay attention to kind of those odd time frames, but I encourage you to do so because they're equally as important, if not more important, than whatever other time frame you can name. Man, failed at our box twice. Come on, Bitcoin. Happy birthday, semi-charm kind of life. Oh, dude, that was so much fun. I can't. What was his name? Jeremy Rag, something. We were all hanging out in his live stream. He was playing piano and singing, and it was a good time. I had a great time. And you know what, Potatoes? He messaged me. I joined his Discord. He messaged me. It was like the next day. My memory's crap right now for days. Maybe that was today. He messaged me and he said, "Dude, I just realized," because I had been requesting. He has a song list, and one of them was Champagne Supernova, and I didn't know what that was, but I thought maybe he meant Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, and that's one of my favorite songs. And I was like, "Dude, do you mean Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here?" And well, we were all drinking, but he was drinking, and he I guess he didn't realize that that is in fact what he meant. Champagne Supernova was referring to the Pink Floyd song, and he was like, "I'm so sorry, man. Like, next time I owe you it." Like, yeah, that was just funny. So there's a little story. Highly recommend everybody join us next time when he has one. It was a good time. It was like all just crypto traders, and we're all like tipping him in crypto, and he was singing. Dude's got a set of pipes on him, so it was a good time. But I wanted him to sing Wish You Were Here. It's one of my favorite songs. Gives me chills. What's up, Luke 5001? Yo, Benny, welcome back, man. Benny, you just appear and disappear. I dig it. You're always welcome here. Always welcome. 181 watching. Yeah, I figured today's a chill day. Not a lot's going on. Not a lot of price action. Not a lot of hype. 86 likes. Can we get that up? Can we get to 100? Anybody who's forgotten to hit that like button for the new stream would appreciate it if you could give it a little click over there. We're at 86. I think we can do 100 with 181 watching. That seems reasonable. Gerald, Bitcoin Neil, you're all in on short. Let's see what happens. Ballsy. Soren, thanks for the info. No problem, dude. We're here live pretty much every Ragsdale. There we go. We're live pretty much every day. Typically, you go look at our videos from previous days. We have a lot more TA going on than today, but and like you can't force it. You know, like there's just not a lot going on. We're just seeing this kind of range-bound price action, and we're really just waiting for it to resolve. We're really just waiting for it to resolve. You know, we either are going to see it resolve and this is going to sound obvious and stupid, but this, you know, we have all levels of experience in trading here. So sometimes I have to point out the obvious, but we're either going to see this triangle resolve up, or we're going to see it resolve down. Up or down, duh. Obviously that's not very helpful. But if I had better information or something to go on that would give us a better edge, I would share it with you guys. But really, it's just we're waiting for this to resolve. We're waiting for a high to be broken or a low to be broken, and it just hasn't happened. Our indicators aren't really giving us an edge. They're pretty. There's many time frames with just no divergence, meaning that's not good or bad. It's not bullish or bearish. It's just price and indicators are in agreement. And when that happens, we don't get any of that fancy trading edge that we spend so much time looking for. And that's kind of where we are. That's why today's episode is a little kind of just chilling for now, unless something happens that changes that. I mean, we did have, didn't we have, yeah, we had a solid candle. This was yesterday's close. We had this solid candle into the close. Hopefully we get something like that again. I'd be down. That could be spicy. That could start showing us divergence. That could start giving us an edge. But at this point, there's really nothing new to be said, unfortunately. And I refuse to just make stuff up for you guys, because what good does that do? It's just sideways action. V. Valas, usually watch from a private session. You logged in to drop the like. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Dang, guys. Boof. You guys freaking rock. We went from 80 to 120 likes just in, like, I don't know, that 2 minutes. You guys are awesome. So we slaughtered that 100. Slaughtered it. Well played. Well played. Let's see. What's everyone? Ultra Chaos Steve. I thought Champagne... God, my nose is... Champagne Supernova was Oasis. I don't know. Maybe. Well, but that, like, so I assumed that it was referring to a different song then, but he messaged me and said he does know that Pink Floyd song. I don't know. Either way, I told him, I was like, dude, learn it so I can send you a fat tip. Fat tip next time. R. Martin, what's up, man? It's good to see you again, brother. Crypto Slow Joe, all liked up. It's good to see the fam. Vesemir. Champagne Supernova was by Oasis. I'm not arguing. All right, I'm not arguing. The words Champagne Supernova is in that Pink Floyd song. So I thought maybe that was that. Maybe that was referring to the Oasis song, but he messaged me and said that he does know it. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to hearing it. Anoa M, what's up? Hello, darling. Looks like sideways. That it does. Sideways, I agree. That is something I say quite often. I could type right. Sideways Bitcoin typically does result in the alts pumping. That's pretty consistent. So let's take a look. Does Bitcoin dominance agree? Not really. Not really. Not yet, at least. We are seeing what looks like, and this looks pretty bear flaggish. Pretty bear flaggish here on Bitcoin dominance. This is the daily. Bear flag typically resolves down. In that, you know, if that plays out, we will see those alts run. At least in Bitcoin pair, that would suggest alts are going to run. And this pattern is ugly on the daily, man. That is as bear flaggish as it gets. It looks like a momentum leg. But man, something tells me that it's not ready for that. I don't have a technical reason for you guys necessarily. And just my eye, I don't know. Just my eye. Something tells me that's not what it's doing. What we do see here is we do have a bearish cross on the daily of the 20 and the 50 moving averages on Bitcoin dominance. However, I would argue, as I always argue, consistently the same point. Not a valid Not likely to be a valid cross, not likely to play out as the bearish scenario on this cross at least, because the 50 is still sloping up while the 20 is crossing down over it. And just in my Tom Crown proprietary technical analysis, that's one of our rules we use most of the time. That invalidates them, meaning they don't play out as expected. However, in that same spirit, because we keep consistent here, in that same spirit, what we do see, perhaps even more importantly, is down here below the 200 and the 100 daily moving averages on Bitcoin dominance. We see the 100 is moving up, and we see the 200 is moving down. So they will look to cross bullishly. That looks about mid-December. However, again, for the same reason I don't find this valid, unfortunately, we won't find this valid either. Same reason behind it. We will get this cross. This already did cross. But this is unlikely to play out bullishly for Bitcoin dominance, meaning move up, because that the 200 moving average here, is still sloping down. The longer that this can remain sideways, doesn't even have to be sideways, just above the 200. The longer it remains above the 200, the more, I don't know, I don't know a word. The longer it remains above the 200 moving average, it will begin to start pointing up, to slope up. I don't know how long that will take. And ideally, but this is dominance, so this doesn't really mean Bitcoin price goes up or down. This is just a relation of the market cap to Bitcoin versus the alts. So I guess, yeah, if you're mostly in alts, you likely want to see this go down. If you're all in Bitcoin, you likely want to see this go up. But so if we wanted to see this go up, we would want to range above the 200 moving average long enough to begin pulling it back up, so that when they do cross, that can be a valid bullish cross, at least in our technical analysis standpoint. But we don't have that yet. We have the daily selling momentum waned off. We see that the buying momentum has not lost power yet, but it's really not moving fast. We haven't seen a dark blue candle suggesting that it's weakening, not yet. But it still hasn't really made any progress, so it kind of seems to be trending sideways. Whole point of that, I guess, was that it's kind of unusual. Bitcoin's been sideways now for 6 days-ish. And when Bitcoin trades sideways or in a range for an extended period, we typically expect to see alts run. However, 6 days really just probably isn't long enough. When we think sideways trading and altcoins kind of benefiting from that, we're looking more for maybe this, like we saw back in May. This was 3 months of sideways trading. It doesn't have to be 3 months, but 6 days not quite long enough. It's not even a weekly candle. So what we might want to say is to define that better. To define better that sideways trading Bitcoin helping alts may be viewed on the weekly. Maybe that is a good rule of thumb to look for that, because we certainly won't see that on the weekly yet. If we continue trading sideways here, we would expect to. But areas like this where it's range bound, maybe even areas like this, although I don't know if that was long enough. I didn't really pay attention. Maybe this one as well. So I think really that's what it is it just hasn't had enough time pass of this sideways trading. And here we go. Now we're finally into our in-stream box. That didn't really take very long, did it? We actually made this box 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago ish. This is the original from the patron only TA warm-up session today. Already in it. And what we're looking for is we're looking to close the daily in this green box or above will be fine. And what we were looking for to not happen is to close in this red box. 36 minutes to go. Wouldn't you know? Look at that. Pretty amazing how that happens, right? 36 minutes to go and price heading into the box. No complaints from me here. That's what we wanted. That's kind of what it looks like it's doing. Let's get rid of this. Oh, I just realized why my face is so itchy. I did not shave today. I always shave my beard before these episodes. That's probably why it's getting scratchy. Daily, what is the exact number? 19158. 19158. So this is yesterday's daily open, I believe, right? Daily open. Again, 58.96. You guys know I'm picky about my numbers. Okay, yeah, so that was yesterday's open at 19158.98. And so why is that important? So that's important for one reason, and that's this daily close. If it closes below that level, we have a bearish engulfing candle. If it closes above 19158.98, that bearish engulfed candle is invalidated on the daily. That shows that the bulls or the market, however you want to describe it, aren't willing to close a candle bearishly today. So we're really close. There we go, 19160. This is likely, though, an area to find resistance. If we don't find resistance here, it shapes up very quickly to play out this pattern. If we do not find resistance right here, which so far it looks like it hasn't, we're at 19166 now, but we don't find resistance in this zone, all of a sudden this kind of bump and run setup becomes very likely. And watch, there you go, here we are. I don't even need to say it in words because it's happening in real time. So final test right here on the hourly, the 20 moving average. Let's see if the bulls still want to close this candle the fancy way. That looks nice. Another successful in-stream daily target hit. Man, we have a crazy history of that. This candle is still open, by the way, so we can't count this quite yet. 3 minutes left, but look at that fake out. Look at that fake out. For why are you not showing me numbers of days or hours? There we go. For an hour and 15 minutes, the 15-minute was losing bullish momentum. And then just out of nowhere, fake out. Look at that. Look at the timing. Half an hour till close. 15-minute for over an hour for five, 6 candles, losing momentum. And then just pops up because looks like it wants to follow our target. I don't control Bitcoin, guys. I just look at it. I just look at it and guess at where it might want to go. So this is going to be great, actually. Closing this daily up here, especially just a little higher. Just a little bit higher would be better. Right above that 1 hour 20 moving average would be ideal. Be ideal, right? Yeah, right at the band. Bounced off the bottom. Beautiful. We're still not out of the danger or out of the way. Out of danger for rejection. We're still not quite there. We haven't closed anything here. That's the important part. Certainly does look nice, man. You have like a kicker candle here. Term I totally made up, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. That was weird. The volume just popped up out of nowhere. Basically, kicker candle is a candle that starts or opens in one direction. So in this case, it was selling. It opened red, basically. And then by the time it closes, it completely reverses, leaving a wick in the original direction, and usually closes pretty strong in the opposite direction, and typically suggests continuation. So this would be an awesome candle pattern or awesome candle type to close this would be awesome on the hourly, because that would be as textbook kicker as you can get. We still have 30 minutes, so we can't get too excited. But what we can do is look at smaller time frames. So you can check out this 15 minute and say, okay, we have 1 minute left. If we close this 15 minute here, we're well on our way. That's a very solid sign that we would be on that trajectory, which is looking pretty good. 59 seconds. 59 seconds. What's up, Ben? How you doing, brother? Howdy. Yo, Sharknado man, how you doing, brother? Positivity candle. Let's send it our positivity in spear bomb fashion. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Completely touched the top, so that's a fully realized target hit now. Now he's got to close it. $16 seconds. Ooh. There we go. Selling back off a little bit. What's up, Anjuna? How you doing, brother? Shiv Bahuda, welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you, brother. All right, cool. So we closed something. Something closed. Now we can start looking. Now we can start looking. All right, the 30 minute closed above the 200 moving average. That's a great first step. Great first step. You can see looking back that it has not closed a candle above it in the last 4.5 hours or 9 candles. So that is somewhat suggestive of something different going on. That's good. Same with the 15 minute closing above the 200 again for the first time. This hourly close, it is the daily close. It is the 3-day close. So it's not just the hourly close, much more than that. Gonna be really important. Might dictate the 3-day, the 1-day, and here very locally dictate this price action. Close at this level on the hourly.
Normal MACD and Mars on the 3 minute is insane. Lol, I love 3 minute trading now. Next up, trading the ticker.
Rico, you're in your 3 minute, man. Thank you again for the donation. Yeah, we can look at the 3 minute just for you, Rico. Last thing, let's just say, so this right here, we still have 28 minutes, so it's not here. We got plenty of time. A close here. Let's actually put on our moving averages. A close on this hourly above 19,181 would be very, very good. Be a very good close. Below 19,174, not as good. It's a very small difference, but it makes a difference for this, what we would expect in local price action. Either way, we are in this little green box that we've derived. That was our target good area for today's close. This red box, our bad area. And you can see, market wasn't so interested in that bad area. Moving out of it pretty quickly. Still 27 minutes to go, of course. Anything can change. Yesterday's candle, right before close, monster candle out of nowhere. That could happen again. So this could be a spicy end of the day. Here we go on the 3 minute just for Sir Rico. Just for Sir Rico. Ringo Dingo, how you doing, brother? How you doing, mate? Jimmy the Man, there's virtually no volume. You know, I've been hearing that a lot. Over the last day or two. And, you know, it's a great opportunity, great segue to share some of my knowledge, which is pretty much the goal of the stream always anyway. So, yes, I agree, there is almost no volume. We look at the hourly, virtually zero. It isn't actually zero, but in comparison to all of the trading we've seen in the last weeks, we can say it. There's zero volume right now. Volume is something that's wildly misunderstood. I'm no stock pro, so I don't know, maybe this is different in stocks. I don't really care. But volume is wildly misunderstood. So what I typically hear from people, usually people just getting into trading, is they'll believe that low volume or high volume has a bias in a direction or something. So they'll say, oh, the volume's dropping off, price is going to go down. That is not how volume works. And I'm not saying this is what you were saying, Jimmy. This is just a learning moment for everybody. Low volume does not mean price goes down or up. That just means that the market is not really interested in that price. They're not really in agreement. Another misconception about volume is that you would expect to see volume. This is probably the most widespread one, is people expect to see volume before a move. So when they say, oh man, there's no volume, nothing's going to happen. In my experience, I argue the exact opposite. Before big moves, you almost always see periods of extremely low, and as we said about kind of right here, zero volume. Obviously it's not zero, but like comparatively zero. You almost always see that before a big move. You never in crypto, and I say never, and I'm sure there's examples where it's happened, but you virtually never see volume before the move. The move precedes volume. Volume doesn't precede the move. So there's our little learning lesson. So you can take that however you'd like here, however you'd like to like interpret that. That's up to you. But what I would say is the lower that this volume on average is getting as it continues on this path, the more it's suggesting a big move is coming. Typically, when volume drops off, we can look back kind of at local examples. I didn't plan this, so I don't know how well it'll work. But let's say, so like right here, price wasn't moving much. We saw volume drop off significantly. See, volume dropping off to what we would say is like zero comparatively. And we don't get that volume until the move has already happened. See, these spikes of volume below line up pretty well with the peaks. And that's why a lot of the time, I argue, my stance on TA is unique at best. I disagree with a lot of classical things. People typically think when you see it move up and you have really high volume that suggests continuation. I actually argue the opposite. When you get a volatile move, a strong move to the upside or downside with high volume, this is me. You can argue against it. I always welcome challenges. I almost always expect a reversal. I pretty much only watch crypto though. I don't really watch stocks closely, so maybe that's not true with stocks. But man, in crypto, it's pretty right. You can see the highest points in volume here, right here. This is one of the highest, this peak. And what did it do? Reversed. Right here is the highest volume that we can see right here. What did it do? It reversed. So volume is tricky. Volume can't be viewed in isolation. I don't think it's useful in isolation to consider volume. And certainly I think it's used incorrectly more commonly than it is used correctly, in my opinion. So there's a little learning lesson. So thank you for the comment. I got to do a little rant. Here we go. 19.2. Bitcoin, you're freaking me out. Usually you kind of trend towards my targets, buddy, but you're not usually this agreeable. Here we are. 15. Nice. So we have whoa, 6-minute candle. How did I even get on that? We closed the candle above the 200 on the 5-minute. That's excellent. Above the 15-minute. That's excellent. Now we have the 115-minute moving average, which is also the 30-minute moving average and the 25-hourly. Either way, right now we have this yellow moving average, whichever you want to identify it as. This is what I'm seeing locally as really the last moving average resistance. So this would be the ideal close. We had this target green box that was going to be a solid close. But above this moving average here, we're not going to be able to see on the hourly. Nope. Not going to be able to see on the hourly. That's even better than we were expecting. So 21 minutes to go. Man, how freaky would it be? That wouldn't be the first time this has happened though, but how freaky would it be if it comes up here and then the next candle back tests?
Hey Tom, it's about to happen. BTC will break out soon. 0.01000000 ETH.
Nicolas Waneke, my man. You're my favorite because you donate in crypto.
I am a robot and I will destroy your planet.
High five. Please don't destroy my planet. It's the only one I got. Thank you for the donation. High five. I appreciate you, brother. But please don't destroy our planet. And Nicholas will break out soon. I hope so, dude. I hope so, man. We're kind of addicted to the adrenaline right now. It's only been 6 days, and we're all like kind of bored. We have 250 watching. Those are some pretty good numbers, but compared to the 500-600 we've had in the last few weeks, like you can tell, it's like it's already kind of pulled the cloak back over it. It's kind of gone under the radar again. And typically, also, that's when we see the moves. So I hope so. But it's just funny how spoiled we are, isn't it? We hit a new all-time high this month. We didn't do that for 3 years. We did it this month. It's been 7 days later, and now we're all like bored. Like, not bored. You know what I'm saying, though. Like itching for a move. Or like, this is so boring. We just hit a new all-time high this month, and I feel it too. So it's just funny. Seculadorian, welcome, my friend. Thank you for subscribing. King P, welcome to you as well, guys.
4H20 Ma, take back and fake out of death cross or BB like you use if close engulfing lol.
Thank you, Mizarico. King P, Seculadorlan. Thank you guys for subscribing. Make sure you're in the old Discord, guys. Links in the chat and pinned to the top. Rico, 4 hour, 20 MA. So we're looking at the Bollinger Bands. You want to say? You want to look at some Bollinger Bands? Well, I'm always down. Bollinger Bands are honestly some of my favorite tools. They're not always applicable or useful in every situation, but they're just so darn useful, man. I dig them. Okay, what'd you say? Take back and fake out a death cross, or if you use a close engulfing. Yeah, man. That could be. You know, I didn't even really notice that. What is that at? This could be an even stronger target. 19.227 to close this daily / 3 day / everything. Bullish engulfing on the 4 hour. I personally wouldn't bet on it, simply because the 4 hour is the biggest douchebag of the time frames, in my opinion. It never freaking does what you want it to. Like it will like close engulfing and then like just immediately go the other way, or it just seems to have the most fake outs. So I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it, but that would be a great close. That would be even better than what we were looking for here. I don't think I said this. I know we talked about it in the Patreon warm-up today. By the way, guys, if you're... Oh, crap. Wrong button. Why are my buttons not working? There we go. Now it's working. Yep.
Tom, high five was that AI we were talking about earlier, lol.
Steve. Well, I for one welcome our robot overlords. Anyway, thank you, brother, for the donation. Maybe he is. He's gonna try to destroy us all. Yeah. What was I saying? We're talking about in the Patreon warm-up. There are some older ones that are public on the YouTube channel. I'll probably make this patron warm-up available tonight at some point. But if you're new, guys, and looking for some guidance in your crypto journey, check out the patron. We have 97. We only 3 more patrons to 100. It's mind-blowing. Comes with one-on-one sessions with me, exclusive daily technical analysis posts, trade setups, macro market analysis, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Social nights. I put in easy 20 to 30 hours of work on top of the stream weekly to the patron. So check that out. But in the patron warm-up today, we were looking at this 4-hour. Nice, Rico, where you just got that in golfing. 15 minutes to go. That'd be a nice call. But in the warm-up today, we go typically go very in detailed with the technical analysis. We were looking at this 4-hour Bollinger Band, and what we're seeing is they're tightening. And essentially what that means when we see them tighten, we do have a whole episode on Bollinger Bands on my channel, but 2-cent explanation. When they're tightening, essentially what it's doing is it's suggesting that it's running out of room to trade sideways. We can look back many times, many times in history. Happens really consistently. When these bands tighten is when we start seeing big moves. Breakouts and breakdowns. So 4 hours saying we're running out of time. Running out of time. Oh, I see what you're getting at, Rico. Rico has a good eye. Okay. Wow, dude, Rico, this is very nice eye, actually. Very nice. Oof. Yeah, you always impress me, bud. So, what do we have here? What do we have here? This got extra spicy now. Extra spicy. Ooh, but what we do have is...
It's over 9,000!
It's over 9,000. We have a new patron. 98. So crazy. Welcome, Ra. Welcome, brother. Thanks for signing up. It's good to have you. Only 2 more. 2 more to 100. Great to have you, Ra. Thank you so much for signing up. I love when people do it while we're live.
Hit the likes, comrades. Thumbs up, Tom. What your thoughts on it?
Thank you, Mr. Astronaut. Yes, please. 161 likes, 250 watching. That's pretty good, actually. You guys have been doing great. All right, Rico. Great eye here, man. You know what? Worthy. I'm sure TradingView hates me because of all the charts I put on their servers here. Yeah, there's something here actually that's really nice. Really nice, Rico. I'm assuming this is what you were looking at here. So what we have, we fell below the Bollinger Band. You see we had a fake out. This is why I don't like the 4-hour. It's just riddled with fake outs, it seems, all the time. We had a fake out here on this candle earlier today as the middle band holding support. Typically would expect to see upside. The fake out was, no, we got a bearish engulfing candle following it. And now, after that bearish engulfing candle, we have 12 minutes. We might get a bullish engulfing candle. The 4-hour is crap. That's why I don't really bring it up much. It really does show you just fake out after fake out. But what we're seeing here, and this is probably what Rico was looking at, is if we look at the moving averages here on the 4-hour, we have the 20. Make these thicker so you guys at home can see a little better. The 20 is white, the 50 is yellow. So what we have here is the kissing situation, or the Mr. Duck. I made up both of those, don't worry if you're lost. What that is literally just this setup. So what I'm going to do, we've done this before, sometimes this is important. I'm going to hide the candle so you guys can really see what I'm talking about here. We have the 20 and the 50 kissing. They're just right next to each other. They haven't crossed. They're just so close. They're threatening. They're saying, I'm going to cross bearishly, right? Logically, that's what we would expect to see. But they haven't yet. And I think kind of what Rico was getting at is, if we close this as a bullish engulf candle on the 4-hour, that would be great. But what that might suggest, with pretty good confidence even, is that not only will we, because we would get what I would consider an invalid bearish cross anyway, because the 50 is trending up, but there is something even more bullish than that invalid crossing, and that is if we see this 20 reject. We see it reject the cross, because honestly, as early as back here, we could pretty much tell that these 50 and 20 were looking to cross bearishly. And the fact that they didn't, and now they're so close and they're kissing, as I call it, a bullish engulf candle might be enough to prevent them altogether from crossing. I call that a rejection. So the 20 would reject the 50. That is one of the most bullish setups that moving averages, in my use and opinion and experience of them, can give us. Same thing in the other direction though, can be the most bearish if this was the opposite scenario. If we were seeing that kissing in the other direction, that's one of the most bearish signals that moving averages can give us. Luckily it's in the bullish side this time. They still can technically lap over each other, and we still have that same signal. It could, as long as it crosses back over very quickly. We see that here. This is a very good example of that actually, with the 50 and the 100. So that would still be valid, but Rico's got the eye, dude. That 4 hour, if it has a solid close, that's gonna be a huge fake out. It's gonna be a huge fake out with a little bit of favoritism to the upside, certainly. It might not even have to close bullish engulfing actually. Honestly, it could close here. Really, any close above the 20 here, as long as the next candle, finds support at that level. What's interesting is I bet that lines up super, super tightly. Super tight. Ooh, just above our target box, huh? Wait, that looks different. Why does that look different? I guess it doesn't. Nice. Either way, nice eye, Rico. Always appreciates your insights. Okay. 5 minute. Not that it's really a useful time frame, but I like to, if you've noticed, I like to go from short to long time frames, and then I like to roll it back as well. And that way you can sometimes identify moves evolving or growing from smaller time frames to longer. It doesn't always work that way, but it is good to see the 15-minute has been building buying momentum yet again. We saw that move up, and locally we don't have any issues with our highs. We have the highest point in price being the highest point in our indicator, so that's solid for now. Same with the 30-minute. And what I'm doing here is I scroll through these time frames, and likely I'm scrolling too fast for a lot of people at home to keep up. Don't worry. You don't really need to see. What I'm looking for really is just down here. I'm just looking to see at what time frame we either have an issue with RSI, as in we don't have a higher high on RSI, or if we are showing signs of losing momentum on MACD. When I scroll through really fast, that's all I'm looking at. So really, I could just do this and do it like this, and maybe that'd be easier for you guys at home. Don't know. Hourly now, you can't tell what time frame I'm on, whatever. Hourly now, we see it rolling over. That's excellent. That's wonderful. Let's scroll back to the 30. We see the 30 is gaining momentum. Hasn't lost, it hasn't shown signs of losing that bullish momentum. And we flip to the hourly, and we see actually the hourly is losing selling momentum and looking to flip to the buying side, looking to flip past the 0 mark. What we have to do now is we're just going to look out a little farther. We do have on the hourly some issues here with RSI, because we have higher highs here, and we don't have, I don't believe we have, oh no, we're good, because that isn't the highest point. We're fine. So let's zoom out to the 2. We see that the 2 hours just in this candle shown signs of the selling momentum slowing. That's awesome. That adds up with what we just saw in the hourly and the 30-minute. Let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hour on MACD, same thing. This is the first waning momentum candle. So far, all those time frames are in agreement. That's rare. It's almost never this clean. Thank you, Bitcoin, for giving me something clean to look at for once. 12 hour. This isn't closed, but it does look like it is going to close with that waning momentum to the sell side. Daily, though. The daily still, even though it's moved back up to the 9200 range, still showing selling momentum increase. That I did not expect. Interesting. Here is real weird. Not the end of the world, just unexpected. So we are seeing short time frames, some good signs, positive bullish signs, and that adds up. I mean, obviously this live, if you're just tuning in, we're already here, so it's not that impressive, but this targeting green box here we made, I don't know how many hours ago. When was that? I want to guess back here. Somewhere in this time zone. I forget, patrons. When did we do that? How many hours ago? I have no track of time. Either way, this green box is where we were looking for price to close today to have a positive or a bullish close. This red box is where we were saying essentially a daily close in this red box is not going to be a great sign. And at the time, it was a toss-up. It was not clear, you know, where it was going to go. And price looks pretty interested in closing bullishly. So that's great. It's actually exceeded our expectations. And now thanks to Mr. Rico, 19227. Thanks to Mr. Rico, we even have, another even better target. So let's see. We really only have 4 minutes till the daily close. 4 minutes. All right. 4 minutes. Looking unlikely that we will get that 19227. That would be the bullish engulfing on the 4 hour, which would be great. But even as we looked at it, I said I wouldn't bet on it. Does look like it acted as resistance. Of course it did. The 4 hour is a POS. But regardless, this is looking like a pretty good close, guys. Pretty good close. For me, the thing that I want to see the most here for the short term, for like short term price action, is we just wanted to see a close above this yellow and white moving average. That's really it. That's the minimum goodness we were looking for. That's looking pretty likely. 3 minutes left. It almost looks like it's coming to backtest the top of our box, which is gibberish. 4 hour good. We would, okay, right here, we even see it. 19111, cool. 19. Where did it go? What did you do right here? I'm just gonna label these because words are hard right now. Yep, perfect. That's what I thought. Okay. Perfecto. It's always nice when things work out the way you think. So we have a 4 hour resistance and a 4 hour support. Both very close to price. That can define perhaps a trading range for us for the short term. We do that here a lot as well. Kind of our, I guess, into this new day trading range. Typically a break to the upside of our trading range leads the continuation to the upside, and typically a break to the downside of our trading range has led to continuation to the downside. So these have been pretty useful. Certainly not 100%, but we're looking at a very tight range here, man. 19,227 as the 4 hour resistance, and 19,111 as the support. That's what? Not even 1%. Yeah, 0.6%. That's probably too tight of a trading range. Probably too tight. But that's really what we want to hold. This is really going to be the important line. So let's actually make this a little bigger and more noticeable. There we are. Ideally in this daily candle here, that's starting in 1 minute, ideally we want to stay above 19,111. There's multiple reasons for this. The 4 hour being maybe the most prominent. Because we're looking to invalidate, or we're looking to have a rejection event of this bearish cross. So far, it looks like the current candle is going to close correctly, or keeping that idea alive. But really, as long as it stays above 19,111, it should be enough to reject that cross here. Looks like on the 15-minute into close, we're retesting the 200. Spicy. Probably going to bounce, though. Probably going to bounce off that 200. Nice, we have 300 watching. Sweet. I didn't think we would have much viewership today because not a lot's going on. And, I don't know, it's kind of a weird time for us to stream. We don't typically stream this late. There we go. Daily closed. Probably going to bounce on the 15-minute off that 200. Let's take a look at this close. Beautiful. This is what we were talking about right before this, is the kissing. What we want to see now is price move away, and we want to see that 20 curl back up. If we do this, that's one of my favorite signals for moving averages. I love to see it. Very consistent when you get it, when you get the setup. So really it won't be confirmed. Really won't be confirmed probably until this 4 hour closes. Maybe the next one, it depends. Depends where they close. But really what we want to see is for price to stay above both the 50, this yellow moving average, and the 20, this white moving average. And as long as it stays above those, we are in that same setup. So that's why that 19,111 was so important to me when defining this range. Okay. Schwiggity sweet. We got like our little bounce on the 15-minute 2 hour here. Easy peasy. Let's see. Let's see where it's heading though. Good news, we got our close. We got our daily close where we wanted it. I'm gonna reduce the size of this box because that's no longer really where we're looking. That was just for today. Good. Good. Let's look at the actual close itself. Awesome. So, yeah, I'm sure this isn't a close to write home about for any, you know, and don't go bragging to your friends about this close today because it's not phenomenal, but it is a few things here. It is a few important things. One, we had a higher low. Cool. 2, bulls, or you know, the market, but bulls, whatever, buyers, were able to defend that daily. We can see this wick came down considerably, down to 18,900, almost on the dot, just a little bit above the previous wick low daily. But buyers, well, let's phrase it this way, intraday trading happened. Still not as low as the day before, but intraday trading happened in a pattern that would have been a bearish engulf on the daily. However, before that daily candle was settled, buyers said, no way. No way, this isn't what's happening. So it was bought back up and invalidated that bearish engulfing. And you can see that because and this was in the last 15, 20, 30 minutes of the day, price was bought back up and closed not bearish engulfed. So that shows still an eagerness in the market at this price of to some degree. it's funny because it's such a small difference. You know, it closed at 19,177, and that value that would have validated bearish engulfing on the daily was only 19,158. That is a fraction of a percent. Fraction. That's not even 0.5%. Let's see. That's 0.1%. 0.1%. So it seems insignificant, right? But just that 0.1% changed the candle from a bearish engulfed candle to not. 0.1% sometimes can make a huge difference. So that's good to see that if that didn't happen, we could lean towards saying, well, buyers in the market aren't really that eager. They're okay settling lower. Typically, that's not the case when the buyers or the market is eager to buy. They like to settle higher. Nice. Nice. Why is the bot working? Working good. 267. What's up, fam? What is up, fam? Yeah, my chat froze. Oh, of course it did. Chat's still frozen. I don't know what's going on here. And just refreshed. Fuse box. My tab says chart and chill live Bitcoin analysis, but without the assist part. That's actually funny. I didn't think of that. I never considered it. What's up, Funny Colors? How you doing, bro? Matthew Miller, welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Can I do some midterm analysis? So here's the problem. Here's the problem. We really have the same midterm analysis that we've had the last month, 2 months, since October, late September. There's just really nothing new to go on. So we're really waiting for the two scenarios to play out. And that scenario is we get a leg up. From here, I would estimate that leg up. Measured moves like 23,850, something, or yeah, 23,850, something like that. That would likely suggest we don't have an immediate retrace if we hit that level. Or we haven't seen this yet either, the rejection of these highs.
Hi Tom, this is Solid Snake. My codec frequency is 148. 75. Call me when you get a chance. Meanwhile, can you look at the GRM 350,111 daily indicator? Pretty good stuff. Is a nice 8.750000 XRP.
Yo, Snake my mang. Thank you, sir, for the XR pizzles. Thank you, brother. It's good to have you. Let's see. What? I definitely get the Solid Snake reference. I played it on PlayStation as a kid. Agents, can you look at GRM? The GRM. Is GRM an indicator? Is that? I'll look for it. I'm confused if you're asking about a chart GRM or an indicator GRM. And just type it in chat. Just, if you can, my friend. Just type what you're looking for, and I'll pull it up for you. But to finish, Matthew Miller. And then the other scenario was we reject from the all-time high. and we seek our lower target. We already tested our weekly support at 16,175 or whatever. The next logical target would be a monthly support. That's at 13.8. We've been looking for that for forever, man. Since before Bitcoin crossed 13,000, we were projecting a move to 17.2. We overshot it, obviously, but still could be valid. And then a pull back to 13.8, a value we hadn't even reached yet. So that hasn't changed. Like our outlook hasn't changed because we haven't really done either of these moves. We're just trading sideways now. So to say, this or that will happen, we really don't have an edge. We just have, okay, these are the two most likely scenarios. And until we see an indication of either of them playing out, we're just trading sideways. Unless someone has some crazy edge. Golden ratio multiplier. Sure. I don't know what that is, Snake, but brother, I'm always down. I'm always down for new learning. Blockchain fundamentals. Well, let's just add a few of these. I don't know which one you're looking at, so we'll just add both. Woo. What? What am I looking at, Snake? What have you done to me? Perhaps only one of these at a time, huh? And you said on the daily, so that could also be why. I'm going to take it off of this chart. I'm going to put it on this blank chart. All right, we're on the daily already. Let's look at one. Okay, you did say 350, 111. So I'm guessing you mean this one. I have never used this. But that's okay. Everything can be a valuable tool. I think that this might be better used on the BLX actually. Vape isn't working. Whoa, turned my candles green. Ew, I like that though. Freaky. Freaky-dicky. Why did it turn my candles green? Wonder. That's odd. Okay, well, it's not working on BLX. Now it's just saying NA. It's making fun of me. No. Does this one work? This one works. Okay, well, oh, it's on monthly. That's almost certainly why it doesn't work. There we go. Okie dokie. Okay, so GRM, golden ratio multiplier, length 1, length 2. Looks like it's using some kind of standard deviation, perhaps. Let's see. Let us see. Okay. Okay. I think I see what you're peeping at here. Not exactly sure what this green line represents, but we do see it's looking pretty actively looking like resistance here at the moment. And let's look back to see previously what that green line has done interaction wise. And we've seen it, we've seen it as resistance before in bullish market conditions. And then we see it eventually flip to support. I see. We saw it as resistance here in 2019 as well. Oh. That's pretty cool. I have to look into like what exactly this is doing for me. What it's calculating, and then that would help me understand how to interpret it. This reminds me a lot of, though, if you guys want to see a pretty cool indicator. It's not really that helpful now, unfortunately. On TradingView, just type in bull market, and it's called bull market barrier. Why does this one look so different? Oh, because I changed the colors on it. There we go. This kind of reminds me of what we just looked at. Bull market barrier is pretty sweet. I don't know what it does. It looks like it uses some kind of moving average to calculate something. I don't know, but it does have a pretty good history of identifying bull markets. Pretty good history. We were looking at it actually on the stream here back at 11,000. Back here. When we broke it again, right here, we were looking at like 11,800. And a pretty good indicator. I mean, definitely got a fake out. Definitely got fake outs here. But maybe testing it as resistance and then as support and then breaking it out was the signal. I don't know. But I like, if you like that golden ratio multiplier thing, you might like that one too. I'm not really sure how to read this one though, unfortunately, Snake. I guess like it kind of looks like standard deviations applied with fib almost. Something like that. I'll have to look into it. But it might suggest, I don't know, maybe you look for support in the range you're in, and then you look for resistance there. When you break resistance, you look to like the next channel, and then you might find resistance and then support again on top of the previous, something like that. That looks interesting. I wonder, does anybody know what's it? You said Crypto had it on. What did he say about it? Orange Sunshine. Hey, Don. Welcome back. I'm curious what, you guys know I never care what other people say about TA. I'm curious what they were saying in their video, because it looks cool. Like, I like it. Wow. Look at how close. Look at how close that doodle came to being reality. I don't really, don't really spend time listening to other TA. I'm just curious what someone would have to say about it right now. So if anybody remembers, I'm down to hear. Okay, Spawn. Thank you for the explanation. It uses multiples of the 300. So maybe I was kind of on point there. 350-day moving average, and then uses standard deviation. You said multiplier. Kind of look like deviation to me. And I mean, either way, those are pretty similar concepts. Or is it the multiplier? Because you can tell these are spaced out differently. To me, that's why I said something like kind of like fib level. It kind of looks like it's maybe fib. Wonder, actually, we should be able to just prove that really easily if we want. Oh, pretty close. I guess you said 350 moving average. So maybe we just have to throw that on. Take it down. All of a sudden, that's pretty close, actually. These are really, really close. Except for here. I'm curious. No, thank you for bringing me something new, Snake. Like, I always, like I said, I use everything. All the tools available. Use everything. You just have to understand when and why. And so I'll look into that, because it looks cool. And it's doing what I use fib for often, is attempting to project into ranges of trading that have never been traded, where we have no data. And those tools are becoming more and more important as we approach and even set new all-time highs, areas we've never traded. Yeah, S&P is listing crypto index. Everybody is, man. How fast has this narrative shifted? This narrative, light speed. Light speed, this narrative has changed. Crypto said each top has made a corresponding top at the golden ratio lines, stepping back each time by one level. What? What? Each top has made a corresponding top. The golden ratio lines. Huh. Kind of. Kind of, I guess. Huh. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. So alright, so the line above the resistance line will be the top of the next bull market. Okay, so we would have to look at BLX. So we see a touch to the very top of the band, touch the top of the band. Oh, maybe now, maybe I'm picking up now. Okay, so this top, we see this top here at this lower band down. That is, I'm gonna make this actually visible because I can't freaking see that one. There we go, I'll make it white. And so, aha, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I'm picking up on it now. So what this is saying, then though is that, like, you know, if we follow this pattern, then this blue, I'm gonna make it yellow so it's a little more. I don't like the way this blue looks on the black background. Then what it would be suggesting, you know, in that sense is what? So that this would be the next all-time high, though? It doesn't make it, like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. I do see the pattern. I do see what, maybe where the logic comes from of people talking about it in the way you just described. But also we do have, you know, both of these highs touch the top of the band. And then the next high, yes, was the next band down. This went down one band. So we have one, sample size of 1. And then we have the previous all-time high 20K was down one band as well. So, like, I mean, this is cool. I think there's probably some use here, but I think to declare that, you know, all of a sudden now this is going to be the pattern, you have a sample size of 2, you know, and then you also have then right before 2 that don't follow that rule. So I mean, I guess I'll disagree. Not saying this couldn't be useful though. This does, I like what this is doing. That if we follow that pattern, if we're saying 2, seeing something twice, if that's a pattern, and then we should depend on it or whatnot, wouldn't that would mean that would, you know, if we move one more down, that would be here. So 30,000 is the top. That seems ridiculous to me. Seems highly unlikely. highly unlikely. And of course that will move up. We see that they are moving up, and the longer this trade sideways, the farther up that'll move. So not necessarily 30, you know, like, of course this could, let's say the next top is at the end of 2021. It's like right here. If we project it just at the same rate that it's at now, which we would likely not expect it to remain at the same rate, likely to begin moving up faster. We don't really have a way of projecting that. We'll just do it this way. $100K? Yeah, I don't know. It's a cool thing. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna look into it more. My only thing with it is you have a sample size of 4. You have 4 highs. 2 of them don't fit the pattern. These 2, the first 2 don't fit any pattern. They're just both touches to the top. Then you have 2 that both moved down 1. So to assume the next one will also move down 1, I think is not good analysis, really. A sample size of 2 is not going to give you anything to work with. But that was a cool, dude. It was cool to look at. Thank you, Snake. I appreciate it. Like, I liked looking at that. I've never seen it, so I dig it. Spawn says no. The top line. To be honest, dude, you know, I don't like to inspire hopium and stuff here, but when I looked at this and, you know, kind of considered that they're looking at a pattern of like these lines, you know, and like moving down, that is actually what I had the same thought. Couldn't tell you why. Like, I've never looked at this, so you know, what do I know about this indicator? Oh, buddy. Let's make this a little more perfect. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. For whatever reason, man, and like, it is the first time I ever looked at this. But for whatever reason, that's the exact thought I had was, if anything, to me, looking at this pattern, it means that the most common top, most commonly hit top, you know, just judging in a bubble, this GRM, is the top band. And that in fact, we've had 2 misses. Means that maybe we're more likely to have the, you know, to fit the most common outcome, which is the top band, projected out to the end of the year. You know, this is super sloppy. 330. That's incredibly close to, the pretty much the number that I chose long ago, projected out. That lines up pretty well. I don't know. Could be confirmation bias. But I think I'm on your page, man. I did just 30,000 seems like it's just like not that anyone was saying 30, but like kind of a stupid guess. There's no reason. You know, certainly it could happen that 30K is the top. Could happen, anything's possible, but there's no logic there, you know. There's no reason. There's no history that suggests it. There's no, yeah, it would just be a guess, and maybe you'd be right. Oh my goodness, the stupid music player did it again, man. It just like stops playing music for no reason. Super annoying. But yeah, thanks for the 350 Snake, and thanks for pointing that out. I'd never looked at it. Probably never would have. Yeah, that's correct, Jameson. You're right. I actually I even said that. I was like, well, that assumes that the top would be today, and then I projected it out really roughly with just following the same same gradient, and that would point, assuming again, you know, there's a lot of assumptions, but assuming again the top is exactly at the end of next year, that would put it at 100. I still think 100 is way too low. Taking the top band and doing the same thing, and again, these are super rough, not exact numbers. Taking the top band puts us at 330. And the reason I like that more, obviously because it's higher, is for years now, you know, there's nothing to say that I'm right. But for years now, I've come to the same mathematical conclusion through many attempts. 366 is what I'm looking at. So to see it line up nicely with that, you know, that's probably confirmation bias. I'm like, ooh, that's the number that I chose, so I like it, and I'll pick that one. But then, I don't know, that works for me. The fact that it's so close. I think 100K as a top for this cycle is irrationally low. I think it's irrationally low. It wouldn't fit any of the history of Bitcoin cycles, which is possible. Yeah, and Matthew Miller, that's a good point. I could definitely see, like, with this GRM, GMR, whatever, what you could absolutely, and you can see it does visually, you can see that these, when price does hit these lines, if you were totally, you know, you have no idea where to lock in some profit, each of these lines is suggesting a value that, you know, is not a bad one. If price were to shoot up to 30,000 right now, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Take profit, take some profit. That means, you know, like today it moved there in the next 20 hours, 23 hours. But yeah, I could definitely see this being a super valid tool for someone to help them decide when to take profit in a bull market. Because when to take profit in a bull market is honestly maybe the most difficult question there is. Not only most difficult, but has wrecked the most people. Choosing the wrong times. A year has 365 days. Sure, yeah. I am not arguing with you, there, Shiv. That number didn't have anything to do with how many days there are in a year. The Instrument Investor, what's up, brother? Yeah, like I said, Snake. It's just rough. Like none of that is detailed. That was just a quick take on it, and I like the way it turned out. Yeah, it makes a lot of assumptions though, man. Like even like what I just did, being a rough, kind of like a rough draft, that still takes a ton of assumptions in. Assumption one that we can basically know for a fact isn't correct, but we're assuming it is just for the sake of this, is that you know, this trend remains exactly the same, doesn't increase or decrease, and we know that that's wrong simply by looking, you know, simply by looking at the last few days. We see that this is accelerating. These are beginning to move up faster, so that assumption is immediately wrong. Assumption two is that the very top of the bull cycle here would be exactly at the end of 2001 or 2021. Wow, 2021. That's an assumption that could be right, but it'd be right by chance. But that's a big, you know, we're calculating in a bunch of assumptions, but we're like acknowledging that and accepting that while we do it. There's so many factors that we're just kind of like assuming to kind of project it out. But dude, I like it. I think that this could be a good tool for take profits in the bull market, and that's one of the most valuable answers or most valuable questions. So it's cool, man. It's cool. I'm glad I looked at it. Bennett Owell Pilot. Bennett Owell Pilot, man. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the fam, brother. Well, man, we got our close. We got the daily close. It's been a half an hour. We closed in our target. It's a darn good day. Does set it up for a solid tomorrow. 1 hour. 1 hour just flipping to positive on the MACD.
Can you say chocolate rain, please?
Chocolate rain. For $5, man, yeah, I'll say chocolate rain. Chocolate rain. That's an old video. I haven't thought of that in years, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. You're really seeing this on both? Huh, that's pretty cool, actually. So, that setup we were looking at on the 4 hour is actually the exact same MA setup on the 1 hour. We have that 2050, and watch, let's flip it to the 4 hour. Same thing. 4 hour hasn't crossed yet, though. That's odd. It's very odd. You don't see that commonly. But we are seeing what we would expect from that rejection on the 4 hour. We are seeing, you know, assuming that plays out, this is what we would expect. We're getting it, so maybe that suggests that we are going to get the 4 hour setup that we wanted. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. We have that 2050 kissing set up on the hour and on the 4 hour. Test of the local highs seems more and more likely. We got a good close. We got a close that, you know, in the area we were looking for. Looks like we back tested the 200 here on the 15. This is the 50 on the hourly, same thing. Looks solid, man. We could have a nice day. Nice day ahead. Really the only, like, issue, I guess, when we say issue, is like, alright, we get some upside, but we still have like a new descending trend. It's totally possible we see the upside and then we see it come back down, you know, to the bottom of the trend. We still have so much room potentially here.
When a hero comes along with the strength to carry BTC on, we call him YouTube. Famous BTC King of Kings, first of his name, Big Daddy Crown OMG.
What's up, Josh, man? How you doing, brother? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's good to see you, dude. You haven't been in here in a while. Good to see you, bro. So the OMGs, man. I don't know, man. It's probably exactly where it was last time I looked at it. Pretty close. Be close. Oh, Josh. Got me looking at it all the time. Hasn't gone anywhere yet. Oh, dude, I love you, brother. I love you. It'll work out for you eventually. I swear it. It will eventually. But man, it is not. It not gone anywhere. We got that sweet breakout. This was such a fake out too, because we had a close over. We had like a close over the neckline, a close above the resistance, a close over the fib, and then just all the alts got slapped back to reality at the same time. Now it's back under. Yeah, brother. Just nothing here. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, Josh. There's something spicy for you, bud. Look at this. Look at this. Weekly Bollinger Band, weekly 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7. 7 touches to the middle band. Refusing to close a candle underneath the middle band. That's a good sign. That's a great sign. Weekly momentum is waning off. Selling momentum is waning off. Price is keeping above the middle band, dude. You're just back to where you were. You're just waiting. I'm sorry. But as long as you're closing candles above that middle band, dude, you're fine. You're gonna get a bounce eventually. 7 times, 6 times. It's a good setup. Really nothing new here, although you know, to see. I really haven't looked at the Bollinger Band here for this, but this is a great place to be. This is a potential entry, really. You see, you're just right on top of it. 6 days to go. As long as this weekly closes above it, probably gonna have another few green weeklies. So OMG looks good on the weekly as it had. I mean, it has the whole time. Entire time we've looked at it, but there's really not a lot more to look at there. I'm sorry, Sir Josh. If only I could offer you more. And by the way, thank you, Tito, for the 5 Canadians. Johnny PM, thanks for the follow. And Master Hustler, welcome, brother. Welcome to the fam. Great to have everybody here. Let's see. Everybody, make sure you're in Discord. Generic shill. Generic shill Discord. Generic shill patron. Etc. Etc. Yo, Mark F, what's up, my dude? Welcome. Just found us. Well, welcome home, man. We're live every day. Live every day. Reservoir tip. Screw FUD. Yep, screw FUD indeed. Okay, Snake, you extended the curve and it takes you 300. Perfect. Then I like it. Yeah, James Pianca, man. James Pianca, welcome, dude. I didn't catch your message. Good to see you, brother. Rexy got kicked out of McDonald's. OMG is Omis Go, actually, but I believe they've rebranded to the OMG Network. I swear, maybe I'm wrong.
Can we take a look at the ADA USD? I'm thinking ADA might become my second OMG. Wrecked City was spotted out of the Wiener Schnitzel. Apparently he left MCD and BK.
Josh, thank you again, brother. Yeah, we can look at ADA. I was looking at it earlier today. And there isn't too much to be said on that either, but we'll take a look at it. 1 sec, let's see. Yeah, the daily MAs are a little janky, dude. But Rika, look at the weekly on OMG. Look at the weekly, and it's like there's just really no reason to worry. As long as it chills there. As long as it's able to keep that. I also did want to pull up dollar at some point. And L, here we are, dude. This is monster. Getting some monster. I'm excited over like a 0% move. Go, go, go. Do it. Do it. You can do it. Do it, Bitcoin. Make it real. What's up, Sean Gardner? What's up, fam? Good to see you, my friend. Heat Run. Welcome, you're new. Well, you're always welcome here. Wait, D-Tech, you're both new. Everybody's new. Welcome, new people. We're here. We're live every day, guys. Make sure you're subscribed and in the Discord, and you can keep up with our daily streams. Typically, they're a little more interesting than today. Although, I don't know, man. We hit our in-stream target. We now just hit the top of what we are calling the trading range for today. Likely to find resistance there. Hopefully not, though. But welcome to all the new people. And make sure you're subscribed and in the Discord if you're new, so you can keep up with our streams every day.
Maybe even the Algo Weekly looks RDY to make a move in RSR.
Josh, thank you for the donations, man. Appreciated. But please chill for a second, my friend. Chill for a second. And look at ADA. 65 still watching. Decent. Decent. People tagging me. Where are people tagging me? Yeah, crypto mine. Nice. I just saw you tagged me in that picture. I like it. I like it. Champagne Supernova. Okay. ADA. ADA. I'm digging the structure. And it's just doing what everything else is doing at this point. Just lower highs, higher lows. On the daily, I'm loving the 100 and 200 moving averages are kissing. Same setup we're looking at for the 4 hour on Bitcoin and the hourly on Bitcoin right now, but this is on the daily. So much more powerful. ADA really just looks like a flag. I mean, we're seeing this everywhere. Let's actually take it from here. That looks a lot better. There we go. Still selling. Price isn't really moving though, which is odd. Following that daily Bollinger band. You know, someone asked me to look at ADA literally like yesterday, and I looked at it for him today, and there just isn't there's nothing here, man. It looks strong. I like it. This is a huge potential flag. It's following the Bollinger Band, which is always a plus. May see a test of it. But that's gonna be it. Now there's no edge on these. When you zoom out to like the daily, and you just have lower highs and higher lows back to back to back to back, you're almost never gonna get an edge because everything is just being coiled up. You rarely will get really any information on it. That's why we can look to like longer time frames for some kind of something. Weekly momentum still buying. On bearish divergence on the highs here for ADA though, which I actually didn't expect. That's weird. But not on the monthly, so you're good. You had a back test of your monthly. Yep. Monthly support. Our 14.1. We haven't updated this. We have a new one that was already back tested as well. $13.9, pretty close. So it's putting in support. It's coiling up, but man, the monthly is good. You have no bearish divergence. The weekly does. There's just not going to be an edge. It's going to be true for almost every coin. You're just not going to find an edge. Not until we see something resolve. As long as it's above the daily 20 middle band, man. I mean, as long as it's above it, the edges with the bulls, in my opinion. But there's just nothing here that's going to tell us. You know, we see the daily selling momentum hasn't stopped, hasn't started slowing down. Price, though, isn't reflecting that. And above the daily 20, edges with the bulls. If you close a daily underneath it, if you close especially more than one daily underneath it, the edge goes to the bears pretty quick. Dang, thought that it was about to go. Taco. Peter Perry, what's up, man? Kiri. I'm gonna try. Kerarawa. Demon. Just subscribed. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I tried my best with your name. B Viner. Make it real. What's up, man? Welcome. JSR Dan. Die. X-Die is the next link. Okay. Justin Bond, what's up, dude? Welcome back. Crypto International, sorry, I did not miss your message. I got distracted. Greetings from New York. Greetings to all of our New Yorkians. Good to have you. Jeez, everybody wants to... Everybody has different different coins, different things they want to look at. I can't believe how much energy there is today in the space for what's going on. Peter Perry, there you are, bro. Jacob Nieder, welcome to you as well. And Heat Run. Good to have everybody. Make sure you're in Discord. Very important. Catch our daily lives. Nice, D-Tech, nice. Yeah, man, well, we're not a hype, we're not a FOMO, we're not a FUD channel. We're just a TA channel, man. We just look at the charts, we see what the charts are telling us. No BS. Alright, there's a lot of requests here. Jay Shimmy, what's up? Jameson, what do I make of whale alerts? I follow whale alerts on Twitter. I follow them. What do I make of them? They're not really actionable. They're not really actionable signals. But they can show you some important things. What's important, in my opinion, is the inflow and outflow of Bitcoin. There we go. This is why I stopped looking at coins. I thought I felt it in the force that something was happening here. The inflow and outflow of Bitcoin from spot exchanges can be important information. Outflow, typically bullish for price. Inflow, typically bearish for price. Certainly not immediate. That's why I say they're not actionable. Whale alerts, I mean, I follow them. I do. They're just not, they're just really not that, they're not what people want them to be. Well, we just broke what was the daily trading range. Just broke it. Let's see, though. I did say that that range was a little too tight. That was more of a 4-hour range. Yeah. 19.3. Beautiful, though. This is what we wanted. Alright. I'll take it. I'll take it anyway. We got that kissing setup. There's the hour. We're still above it. That's what we wanted. We have that exact same kissing setup on the 4-hour. We're above it. When these play out, man, these are, like I said before any of this happened, these are possibly the strongest signals that moving averages, in my opinion, can give. So it's pretty dope to see it happen on 2 time frames. Actually, I can delete this red box because that was for yesterday's close. We got the close we wanted. Now Bitcoin's moving, of course. Of course. Darth Trader. Your voice is sexy, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm a master of the dark charts. Babbling Brooks, what's up, brother? Caesar. Ervalo. What up? Yeah, this is my normal voice, but it's also my somewhat tired voice because I didn't expect to be on so much. And we did like an hour-long stream before this for the patrons. Probably another reason why I'm a little burned. Let's check. Where did Give me a second, everybody. Uno segundo, por favor. Oh man, I'm gonna. Ugh. Funny, like. It was like 20 minutes ago. Right around here. I was like, alright, well, we made it through the close. I guess we're good. You know, didn't plan on making it a long one. And then, of course, as soon as I start saying that, Josh, of course, comes in and starts tipping like a dig. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Josh. And then in the meantime, as I'm like going through it for Josh, then Bitcoin breaks through our trading range. It's like every time I'm kind of like, all right, well, looks like we're probably winding on down. Bamboozles. What bamboozles? Those are. Let's see, our next resistance above us is going to be 19.3-ish. It's going to be a daily resistance. Broken the 4-hour resistance, so it would be nice. It would be nice to close it up there, but this is still a fresh 4-hour candle. But it's solid above that 50 and 20. I'm enjoying it. Changes everything. Very nice. Alright, I guess if we're gonna keep going, because Bitcoin's being interesting now, it's unexpected. I did not think it would be. If we're gonna keep going, I'm going to have to get up here for at least a second and go to the bathroom, because I was kind of holding it, and Josh comes in. Josh comes in and he's all like, yo dude, I'm gonna tip you to look at stuff. And then here's 10 more, and I'm just playing Josh. That's weird. That's odd. Why Mitch, the old Mitch Ray, man, looks like he is already off. I think I've just been streaming longer than I thought I would. Already done for the day. Maybe that's why we have so many here. Yo, Chris Cat, brother. Buenos dias, señor gato. Buster B, what's up, my mang? 2000 Trent. Check the 2-hour. Rico, I just have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, 2-hour looks solid. Man, I mean, really, the 15-minute, like, I hate to say it, because you shouldn't trade the 15-minute, but the 15 minutes really telling the story. It's like, broke the 200, backtest the 200 as support, break it. Break the 100, backtest the 100 as support, break your high. The hourly and the 4-hour though. These this 2050 setup on both time frames. As soon as we close that daily above it, it was in the cards we'd see some upside. That sucks. We have the same problem too. Mitch has had issues. Yeah, we have the same problem commonly. I don't know, maybe we do right now. I can't. It just happens. Like, it seems very random. Very random. Alright, I'm gonna just pop like a water balloon here if I don't hit the bathroom super quick. I don't want to lose everybody. Everybody always leaves when I go to the bathroom. I'm gone 2 minutes and everybody freaking leaves. If I just sit here and babble, people don't leave. If I go to the bathroom, everybody leaves. Oops, that's not it. Alright, let's do it. I have to... It's, no longer a choice to wait. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom. While I'm in the bathroom, make sure you're in the Discord if you're new. If you're not new even, get in the Discord. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're subscribed. And here's your homework. Just check out the Patreon while I'm in the bathroom. The more people who check it out while I'm in there, the faster I'll come back. Alright. Give me 2. All right. Tito. Thanks for the 5 again, brother. Stream's over. Well. It does look like we have our first red candle. Not a big deal. 19.2, maybe trying to test that 20 again on the 5. Not gonna lie, it was looking like we had all these solid candles. It was looking like it was gonna just move right to the top of this wedge, which is still possible. But I'll be honest, kind of glad it's chilling out. I really only planned to stream for like an hour today, and here I am. Probably 3 hours deep. Ish. Because we already streamed for an hour. I'll upload that. It's already uploaded, actually. Yo, Wind Green, what's up, man? And, Intrins. Welcome to the fam, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have everybody here. Alright. Let's see. Ooh. Fair enough. Does look like we get to fire this off again.
It's over 9,000!
Woot woot. We got another new patron. Mr. Nico J. Thank you, Nico J. That puts us at 98 patrons. Holy. 2 more to 100. Wow. Ow. Thank you guys so much. All 98 of you, almost 100 of you. Huge shout out. No, Spawn, I did not, sadly. I have not seen I haven't seen any of the new stuff. Though YouTube does pretty regularly serve me up clips in my recommended. No, I haven't had time to watch anything, to be honest. Alright, everything looks good here. Alright. I'm running out of steam. TBH. Running out of steam. Here's what I think we'll do. Here's what I think I'll do. And this is what I think we'll do. Okay, Bitcoin's chilled out. Fiddling with stuff back here. Bitcoin's chilled out, and so I'm pretty beat. Whew. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap it up. Make sure everybody's in the Discord, make sure everyone's subscribed, but I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm going to make Yes. I'm gonna make the TA warm-up, the patron-only TA warm-up. I'm gonna make that public after the stream. So yeah, you guys have something to watch. And if you like it, if you watch it, you like what you see, then you might want to consider signing up for Patreon. These regular TA warm-ups, they're exclusive to patrons, and hopefully making that public will attract 2 more patrons and get us to 100. Literally just because it's a huge milestone for us. Never had that many. That'd be awesome. But I'm beat, and my dog's got a poop, and it does look like it's chilling out here, at least for now. That it does. Another successful stream. Another in-stream target hit. In our box, in our closing target. Things are set up nicely, guys. Things are set up nicely for this new day here. Let's see where this is. 19,175. Moving underneath there. 100. Now let's go with 100. 19,111. 19,111. If price moves under 19,111, then we may invalidate the niceness that we've set up for this new daily candle. However, it's looking like that might not be the case. It looks like we might be trading above it today, which would be great. So there's the where you're keeping your eye on until we stream again. So yes, all right. You can just tell how tired I am. I'm burnt. Phew, phew, phew. So I'll throw this chart up. I'll throw this chart up in the Patreon, or not, guys, I'm brain fried. I'll throw this chart up in the Discord. Make sure you're in the Discord. You can follow along on our chart from in stream if you'd like. And I'm going to set that warm up to public. Let me see if I can find the link. Put that in the chat. There you go. That's the link to the Patreon warm-up for today if you're not a patron. Or if you're a patron and you missed it, you can check that out. That's going to be a lot more in-depth, typically, than our shows. But thank you guys for joining. I hope you join again tomorrow. We'll be live, probably earlier than we were today. I'll throw this chart up in the Discord, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. So much love, everybody. I need a beer. All right. Till next time, lads. Till next time. Yep, and I'm throwing the chart up in Discord now. In the main video room if you want to check that out. And I will catch you later, everybody. So see ya. Thanks for being here. Hope you join tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day.
Never modern soft coming back with a smack. Beat marathon, I'm a killer on the track. Never modern soft coming back with a smack. Black steel fools never lost his back. Thirsty for blood, even more just like that. I'm a killer on the track.